holidays. And especially this one. Sorry, I don't want to get emotional, but Easter is just my favorite, all-time favorite holiday for a plethora of reasons. You know, we get to look for chocolate eggs, which makes no fucking sense, because why would an egg that came out of a rabbit's butt be chocolate? I don't know. I think it just adds to the whimsy of the holiday. We get to celebrate Jesus coming back from the dead. Is that what this holiday is? I'm honestly not sure. Like, today's the day that Jesus got his second wind, right? Yeah! After being like fully killed, he was just like, wait, let me actually, I'm not done around here. And I think that's fun. And doesn't Stonehenge have something to do? We get to celebrate those rocks. Easter Island. We get to celebrate the big rocks on Easter Island. That's every summer. I mean, every Easter, me and my family, we always make it. You know, later today, actually, when this video is posted, I'll probably be on Easter Island feeling up on those big rocks, which I always do every year with my family, because we love Easter. It's the best holiday in the world. You can't even deny it, because you just get to like be together and celebrate Jesus coming back from... Sorry, it's like Jesus literally came back from the dead today. And we celebrate that by going on a hunt for chocolate eggs that a bunny rabbit pooped out. But I've noticed in literature, in the book world, that recently bunnies and rabbits, is that the same? They're the same thing. They've become very popular. Covers with rabbits, covers with bunnies, and covers with possibly hares? They could be hares, who knows? I don't wanna... This channel is very inclusive. Much like the church. So I thought for this video, to celebrate the best fucking holiday ever, I would read a few of these books that have been extremely popular, that have bunny themes, have a bunny rabbit on the cover, or a rabbit in the title. Let's just jump into it. I don't feel like talking much anymore. The first one obviously being Bunny by Mona Awad. This is like the bunny book, I feel like. I've never read a book from Mona Awad. She's quite popular, I believe. This is about... I think it's about like a cult. The main character is Samantha's graduate fiction writing cohort. I don't know what that means. At New England's elite Warren University, and they're a clique that I believe they call themselves Bunny, and they seem to move and speak as one. And then I think that they like kill people. I don't know. I'll read it and I'll talk about it. Oh. Sorry. I thought I just saw the Easter bunny. But it was just a kid on his bike. Fucking asshole. Getting my hopes up. I'll talk about it more later when I start, I don't know. The next one is The Rabbit Hutch by Tess Gunty, which is such a great name. Tess Gunty. I wish my last name was Gunty. But this is about a rundown apartment building called the Rabbit Hutch. The automobile industry like left this town called Vacaville, Indiana. And then the residents were like, Soda! But I guess these people just kind of become jobless and sad. And the residents of this town that are left commune in this rundown apartment building on the edge of town. And it centers around 4 teenagers who have recently aged out of the state foster care system. I would hate to go there. The next one is Catch the Rabbit by Lana Bastastaki. Fuck, that was really bad. That was awful. A Bosnian author. And it's about a woman named Sarah who hasn't seen or heard from Lekla in years. She lives in Dublin with her partner, but when Lejla...
The following pronunciation is mccomb. Layla.
Oh, but when Layla calls and demands she come home to Bosnia,
Do we have the correct pronunciation?
I don't know. Sarah can't say no, so there's a road trip. And then the last one is a book that I'm gonna read on like my, I don't know, I found an ebook. It's called Cursed Bunny by Bora Chung, another translated book. And this is just a collection of short stories, but obviously that cover, I could not read it. Although these short stories blur the lines between magical realism, horror, and science fiction, and addresses the very real horrors and cruelties of patriarchy and capitalism in modern society. I love that. Yeah, so those are the 4 books I'm gonna read for Easter to find just, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, like, it's such a good holiday. There's just something about it. I love to search and, creep around. Also, that video of Taylor Swift is so fucking funny.
And you're missing a bunch of them, guys.
Oh my god, it never ends. The struggle is real.
Yeah!
Dear God. Oh jeez. I felt like 100. Good luck.
And that's why I celebrate today. That is why I celebrate this day. Not because of Jesus' little heart going pitter-patter once again, which is great, good for him. Bless, I guess he should be blessing me, but bless, whatever. That's why I'm here. I hate how beige everything is. Easter is about pastels and colors and greens and blues and yellows. What the fuck is this? Anyways, this is what I look like today. My hair is wet. I look horrible. Just want to apologize for that. Sucks that this is how I'm ending the video, but this is how I'm ending the video. It's where the cookie crumbles. Also, when it does rain, there's a road back here. Just want to say, there's gonna be a lot of fucking road noise. First of all, this road, I don't know where the fuck these people are going. There's so much traffic on it. Like, there's nothing around here. I don't know, I don't know where they could be going. It's like noon on a Thursday. Y'all should be at work. I'm at work. So I finished the books, and I thought that I would just go over them real quick and figure out the most bunniest of the bunny rabbit books, in the world of current contemporary literary fiction on Earth. In the world, currently in the literary world of America right now. And I'll just go in the order that I read them in. So the first one I read was Catch the Rabbit by Lana Bastasic. I believe that's how you pronounce the Bosnian C with the accent, whatever. Bastasic. Another Mack truck. Hello, that one has a caboose. It had another extra bucket that it was towing. I don't know where you're going, because there's like an elementary school down there. You go and take that to the elementary school. I'm sure they need 2 big things of gravel right now. I bet. The kids are waiting outside with their backpacks, waiting for that Mack truck to show up to dump gravel in their parking lot. So this I gave like 3 stars, I think. I really enjoyed the writing. Very Sally Rooney. That's what I was getting from this, was like, I'm not a big fan of Sally Rooney, and the reason why I'm not a big fan of her is because I think that she takes herself way too seriously. Oftentimes, like plotless books that are just very character driven and about like friendship dynamics or family dynamics or whatever, I really enjoy. But for Sally Rooney, I think because it's just all serious and moody, I'm just not a big fan. But a book like this that very obviously is very character driven and is fully about the friendship dynamic and history of the 2 main characters, and the author adds comedy, the author adds jokes. There is quite a bit actually of political commentary. I will say that was the one thing that I was not super on board with. I don't know, I'm ashamed to say that I really don't know anything about Bosnia and its history. Someone wants to enlighten me. Something to do with like Christianity. Oh God, I don't know. Layla, her last name when she was like a kid changes. There's like 1 letter that changes, and it's supposed to be like this big thing. I don't know why. There was like 1 letter that changes in their last name, and it was like a really big thing, and they kept on referencing it and talking about it. And honestly, I just wasn't interested enough to like look into it. What this reminded me so much of was the movie Carol. Even though there is, spoiler, I'd say there's like sapphic yearning a little bit, but nothing like really happens like in the movie Carol between the two main characters. But just the dynamic was very Carol and Rooney Mara. I don't remember her character's name. Overall, I enjoyed it. There was some like rabbit themes. There was a rabbit in it. The next one I read was Bunny by Mona Awad. Oh, I think I gave this 3 stars as well, but I think I would have given maybe 2 stars, honestly. I wasn't really a huge fan of it. I am very confused by it because it's obviously meant to be surreal. I think that the main character is an unreliable narrator. Another Mack truck, that's the 3rd one. She's experiencing a lot of memory loss. So it's kind of hard for me to judge this book because it felt weak and it felt confusing and it felt disorienting. But I think it's meant to be that. It's meant to be disorienting. For me, at least, it wasn't done well. The plot just felt kind of weak. But at the same time, I'm like, was it supposed to be like that? Because I think that when you judge books, you kind of have to take into account the intentions of the author. Like, for example, every single character in this book has about 7 different nicknames, which I really did not appreciate that at all. I really didn't know who was who. I think with like the cult, like the bunny cult, there's 4 girls. They all have like their birth, given names. The main character has given them all nicknames, but they all have nicknames with each other. And I don't know if that was intended for me to be like, I don't know who is who. And this is like very confusing because I think that they were meant to be kind of like one singular character. So I don't know if she gave them all of these different nicknames to make it so that we, like the reader is like, who the fuck, who is who? Because what ended up happening was I was just like, okay, these 4 women are just like one singular person because I can't do this. I don't know who's who. But aside from them, everybody had different nicknames. Like everybody had, I feel like at least 3 nicknames. Like their professor, she had a name, but then the main character called her Fosco, but then the bunnies called her like Care Bear or Care or something. I think that there was some great commentary on capitalism and social structures regarding class, but the story as a whole, I just really was not a fan of. The next one I read was The Rabbit Hutch by Tess Gunty. Oh my god. This is literally Magnolia. Do you know the movie Magnolia? I'm not a huge cinephile, but if I had to say like my favorite director, or the only director that I really actually care a little bit about is Paul Thomas Anderson, and Magnolia is one of my favorite movies ever. So this was so good. It's just about a random group of characters who are like somehow interconnected in some way, and it jumps from one character to the other very randomly. There's one character, her name is Blandine, she's like into witches and like Hildegard. And then there's her 3 roommates who are like in love with her. And then there is the son of like a Hollywood starlet from the 30s who's trying to get revenge on this woman, Joan, who works at this online obituary site. And she's in charge of like going through the obituaries and like deleting inappropriate ones. God, I feel for her the day that Donald Trump dies. It's just several very idiosyncratic characters that are in some way kind of become connected, but it just was so good. The writing was so incredible in this, and the plot was held together so perfectly. I finished it and I was like, this could literally be like 500 more pages. Everything about it was, for my brain, perfect. And then the last one that I read was, okay, so I didn't read the entire book. It was Cursed Bunny. I read the first short story, which the first short story was basically about a woman who makes a baby out of her butt in the toilet. It's awesome. And then I tried to read the second one, but that one was also a pregnancy. I couldn't really get through it. But then the third one I read was Cursed Bunny, the namesake of the entire collection. And trying to remember what it was. It was like, what happened again? There was this lamp that was shaped like a bunny under a tree, and this family that owned this lamp, they specialize in cursed fetishes, which is just like cursed objects. His friend owned this company and somebody screwed over his family and their company. Then he basically just ends up sending them this cursed bunny lamp fetish. I don't know why they were called cursed fetishes. I don't understand what that's about. What I read from the collection was really great. I think I liked the the story about the woman making a poop baby a lot more than the cursed bunny story. And I think I'm not gonna go out of my way to finish it. I'm not gonna read the rest of it on my computer. I think if I find it in like a bookstore or something, then I might buy it and finish it. But for now, I'm closing that door. So yeah, thanks for watching. Happy Easter, and subscribe down below, hit the like, comment, and get like a little like a knife and just slice your palm and then like let it dribble in your hand a bit and like squeeze it out. And then from whatever you're watching this on, your iPhone, your tablet, iPad, computer, and just dribble that blood all over the screen while you say
di culo es muy grande y es exceso. Di culo es muy grande y es exceso. Di culo es muy grande y es exceso.
because that helps my channel out a lot. Probably more than anything else. Okay, thanks. Bye. Don't do that blood thing, by the way. I should say, I feel like someone might sue. That was a joke. And your ass is not big nor stinky, bitch.